of our local, regional and international viewers, thank you kindly for choosing Real TV, where we bring reality to you. My dear friends, a very warm welcome to another edition of the program Conversations with Zelisa, where we continue to inform, educate, empower and answer those unanswered questions. I am Zelisa Rupani, humbly inviting you to sit back, relax, enjoy, get your pen, get your notebook, Real TV, so you can take notes and important numbers that will be helpful for you and your loved ones. Directing this morning and in Master Control, we've got London. On behalf of the team, we'd like to wish each and every one of you a beautiful, blessed, productive and great day today. It's Monday, the 27th of October, 2025. It's a day and time we'll never have the opportunity to ever have again in life, all right? Don't procrastinate, don't waste your time. It's the beginning of another work week. Set a goal. Set a goal. Do something productive and constructive. And if you're celebrating a birthday, happy birthday to you. If it's your anniversary, happy anniversary to you and yours. There's someone special. Don't take life for granted. Tomorrow is not promised. A gentle reminder, the choices you make today will determine your tomorrows, all right? London, let's go to our quote for today, coming to us with the kind compliments of Fab India Expo. And our quote says, "For he who has health has hope, and he who has hope has everything." This is so true. When you have health, you have hope. And for those, if you have that hope, you have everything, If you have that hope and trust and faith, then I always say with God all things are possible. Thank you so much for that, London. That came to us with the kind compliments of Fab India Expo. Let's go to their ad and reminding you can check them out.
Step into the colors and flavors of India at the India in Style Expo opposite the Center of Excellence Mokoya. Dive into our Indian Food Festival featuring a delicious variety, plus explore vibrant Indian clothing, elegant outfits for the entire family, perfect for every occasion. Open daily from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. opposite the Center of Excellence in Mokoya. Get ready, Shogunas! The Fab India Expo is back, starting on September 18th, right opposite the Medford gas station, Shogunas. Shop authentic Indian fashion, food, jewelry, home decor, and much more. Don't miss out on the Fab India Expo opposite Medford gas station, Shogunas, your one-stop cultural destination.
Welcome back to Conversations with Zelisa, where we continue to inform, educate, empower and answer those unanswered questions. This morning I'm in conversation with a true daughter of this soil, and she is a force to be reckoned with. When you talk about a person with a soul for people, a heart for helping people, I speak of no other than Indra Rupnarayan. She is the director and founder of Touching a Life Foundation for Kids. And I've known her for many years. Good morning and welcome. It's so nice to have you with us, Indra.
Good morning to your listening audience, and good morning to Trinidad and Tobago. And I feel so excited, elated and overjoyed to be here this morning with my dear sister and best friend, and someone who really motivates me and inspires me in a tremendous way. And this is no other person than a person sitting right here. So I am really and truly very overjoyed to be here this morning. Thank you.
Indra, our friendship goes back many years. And we first met on set at another media house, I remember. And when you came on, there was a massive flooding that was going on in the country. Yes. And you, like the Prime Minister, then put on your boots and you went out there as well, and trying to help. And that was my very first impression. And they always say a first one is a lasting one. And over the years of our friendship would have grown from strength to strength. And I've always respected you as a lady with a heart and a soul for the people. That's what I know you do. You've got this passion. Sometimes Indra would, on a Saturday or Sunday, Indra sending pictures is because 12 loaves of bread in her oven, and she's baking bread to give to people. Sometimes you just go and you go to the elderly homes and you help brush their hair and you do their nails, and I really admire things like that, because you could choose to do anything else, but you always choose to help others, and that is something I truly admire with you.
Thank you.
Before we get started, I also want
Thank
to
you.
congratulate you on your success with regards to the getting the limbs here. I know that is something firsthand. I know there were nights we stood up talking for hours about you, your intervention, and your goal in order to, and when I attended the Diplomatic Center a couple Fridays ago, and I saw you there, but most importantly, when you were recognized for your hard work and your contribution, I felt a feeling of pride and joy
Thank
for
you,
you.
thank
And I
you.
do admire you and I respect you, and I just want to thank you for you being one of those very special people on earth.
Thank you. Thank
A
you.
bright light in so many lives. Touching a Life Foundation, how old? You are the director, founder and director. How old is Touching a Life Foundation now?
It has been in existence for more than 20 years, but registered for about 18 years or so. It all started with when I lost my child in a car accident. And this is where I'm getting my healing. This is where I feel a lot of strength. The strength really resonates from, not from my child passing, but because she has left. I feel this is the only way in which I can be able to recuperate, to be able to deal with my loss. So I have reached out to helping people in a significant way, because this is what my child was all about.
Yeah.
She was always this little angel that always reached out to other people. And the common thread after she left was that she was this little guiding angel and a big force in a lot of people's lives.
Yeah.
It is so enriching to know that your child, though short life on earth,
Yeah.
did such a tremendous thing and had so much effect and impact on other people's lives.
Well, what is amazing is that you took a negative, a really terrible period and experience in your life, and you made it into a positive to enrich the lives of so many people. You know, so she continues to be a guiding light. She continues to be the force, Indra. And Touching a Life Foundation really touches a life. In the sense that you continue to, I know every opportunity you have, you're ready to gather and to just give to those less fortunate.
Okay, and one of the things and the main, objective of all of this and the vision of Touching a Life Foundation, the goal, the objective is at all time focused on reaching out to those people who are in need, those people who are suffering silently, or those people who have been forgotten for whatever reason, or those people who they have been just put aside like if they don't even exist. I believe, and this is what the foundation is all about, is that reach out to these people and give them a second opportunity to life, give them the love and care that they truly deserve. Not every person who may have committed some act of wrong needs to be punished forever in their lives. Give them a second opportunity to be able to come back into life, to be able to go back to community life. Give them the opportunity to be able to go out there and touch a life in a special way. It is like a domino effect for me, is that if I touch your life, you touch someone else's life in a significant way, so that we could all do simple things. Let us not be insensitive. Let us stop being selfish. Let us really reach out to those who are in your community. I'm not saying you have to go out all over Trinidad and Tobago, but why not? But at the same time, on my way to temple or on my way to any function, my eyes are always roving to see what is happening within communities. And if I see something, I stop. Take for example, yesterday, I went into the mall and to do something for a child, to get a pair of shoes for a child. And I saw another parent walk in, and I stopped the parent and I said, "Can I have a word with you?" The parent looked at me like, "Oh, who is she?" Well, and the parent kept on walking. I felt really kind of like distressed and hurt, and I can understand at the same time, sis, that I know they may have had an experience, so they want to know who is a stranger approaching
exactly.
them.
Now with what is going on
Now,
in the country.
so you
we
could
need to be-
understand,
yes.
but
Yeah.
it kind of like, Lord, look at what we have become. That now we can't even stop a brother or a sister
And have a
to have a
conversation.
conversation and a
Correct.
conversation for your child's betterment.
Yeah. Yeah.
It wasn't like going to investigate anything, but to see how I could have helped.
Yeah.
So I don't, as I say, my dear sister out there, I didn't do it because I really wanted to inquire. I just wanted to see how I could have been a part of your child's life in a meaningful way to be able to help.
Is it that the parent couldn't afford the shoes and you
Yeah,
you
the parent,
you
no.
saw that
They
and
couldn't.
and so is it that you were about to ask to help purchase that shoe?
It was about that. But I did help another child that very same day. And that child was very deserving of that gift. And to me, it was a gift. It was an opportunity to be able to give a child a foot, a pair of feet, so that he could put it on the ground. And as the child kept saying, I would like to go back to school. So, I'm so grateful that I had the opportunity to do this. And you gave me the opportunity, parents, and I'm so forever, eternally grateful that you would have accepted me into your child's life, into your life, to be able to do this thing for this child.
Well, we say ask and you shall receive, and I think now with all of the problems that people face, especially single parents, finances, trying to juggle, trying to pay bills, trying to maintain their home and do things, we're at a place where the NGOs like your good self reach out and really empower and make a difference. And there's no harm if you need to say, please help me, I need help. And I think we're at the point where, sometimes you just have to swallow your pride and say.
My sister, I have been watching something, and this is not a negative comment, Trinidad and Tobago, please don't ever let us go down that road. Sometimes we need to say it in order for us to introspect, to be able to watch what we are doing. We need to adopt an attitude of gratitude. The only way we could go forward is to adopt, and I mean really look into it, understand what that means, because it is so significant to what is happening in our lives. And some people have been bold enough to say, it's happening worldwide. Okay, so it's happening worldwide. Where do we start? Not with ourselves. Let us each try to make a difference by adopting an attitude of gratitude so that we could take it and the other person, as I say, is a domino effect. So if we could do that, we could help another person and another person and another person, because we would have seen our community, our friends, our close loved ones need help. They need something in their life. So let us reach out to them and let us give it to them. But at the same time, the recipient must also learn to appreciate and accept an attitude of gratitude in your life, to be able to appreciate a gift that is given to you selflessly without asking you for anything. Let us be that recipient who will now resonate a little message to everybody else. I appreciate what was given to me. I can now really say, God, there was an individual, an angel, somebody that came and decided to give me something. Let me appreciate that.
Yeah. Be grateful. You're very
Be
correct.
grateful, because a lot of people now,
Yeah.
they're accepting something and they're not even saying, thank you.
Oh, that's not acceptable. That's not nice.
You see, because you know
Especially
what,
when
we
you
have
the
been,
hardships of asking,
Exactly.
accepting and putting it together to be able to help. Whatever little you get, you're correct, have that. And I think it's about us even within ourselves, within our homes. That is what we teach our children.
Yeah.
From small, thank you, mommy, thank you, daddy, no, thank you, may I have this, may I? It comes down to proper parenting, That's what it comes
Exactly.
down to,
Exactly.
That's what it
And I
comes
agree
down
with you
to.
100%.
What we inculcate into the lives of our children, how we react, how we behave. Our children, listen, Listen, when the
You're
old
your
people,
children's
when
role
the
model.
old people say the apple is not falling far from the tree, they're very correct. Because
Very
they
true.
observe, they see, and they mimic us.
They mimic you.
So if you say thank you, if you will
Sorry.
teach your children, if you learn, I always
Sorry.
tell people, when children lie, it's because we teach them how to lie. And
Exactly.
it starts with even the phone. By saying the
Exactly.
phone ring, tell them I'm not there. Or somebody by the door, tell them I'm not home.
Mommy say, she's
Yeah.
not at home.
So say, well, you know, I'm busy at this time and I can't speak to you, but I'll talk to you later.
Yeah.
Or, you know, you teach them the right things. And what you teach them, that's how they're going to grow.
Agreed.
With that, let's go to these important messages. This is the program Conversations with Zelisa. I'm in conversation with Indra Rupnarayan. She is the director and founder of Touching a Life Foundation for Kids. When we return, we'll talk about, you know, a little bit more about Touching a Life for Kids and some of her goals for this year, which is not too far away at the end of the year. Let's go to these important messages. Stay with us.
Every word, every line, every paragraph depicts a real moment in someone's life. A father, a sister, a mother, a brother. We at Newsday are dedicated to you, the people, and through independent, unwavering journalism, strive to always bring your stories to life. Because your stories are more than just words. Newsday, independent and credible.
Transform your space at Mirage Wholesalers Limited with our exquisite range of chrome moldings, skirtings, chair rails, architraves, medallions, corbels, and more classy embellishments. And now, discover our new joinery material, including PVC sheets, two-sided white melamine, and plain or moisture-resistant MDF sheets. Visit us today at Tidco Industrial Estate, Caroni, or call us at 645-9588.
At Ramsaran Dairy Products, we're all about freshness, health, and pure enjoyment. Our drinks come in pure paperboard cartons, clean, safe, and eco-friendly, because caring for you also means caring for our planet. So skip the plastic and styrofoam and choose a healthier lifestyle with Ramsaran's biodegradable packaging. Indulge in our creamy, smooth, and delicious peanut punch and soursop milk drinks, made with real goodness in every sip. And don't forget our refreshing orange, pineapple, and Mauby dairy drinks, each one carefully crafted for your pure enjoyment. For sales and services, contact us today. Give us a call, send us an email, or visit us at Lot 15 Label Boulevard, Trincity Industrial Estate. Ramsaran Dairy Products. Pure taste, pure care, pure you.
Welcome back to Conversations with Zelisa right here on Real TV, where we bring reality to you. Indra was just saying that she wasn't aware she's accustomed with the Ramsaran products, and I said, well, yeah, the Mauby is the best, and then she said she didn't even have Mauby. Girl, the Mauby is so strong you have to probably dilute it.
Dilute it.
And I was saying to my viewers some time ago, I like to put a little carnation milk in it. I don't know, have you ever had Mauby in milk?
No.
Girl, you'll be hooked on it. Welcome back, Indra Rupnarayan. Some of your goals for Christmas and the NGO that you have. Tell us what's happening.
Well, as you know, every single year we have to visit the home for the elderly. They are my darlings. I look forward to having some quality time with them, because when I sit with them, it is such a beautiful, beautiful, memorable opportunity to sit with them. And what I like most about them is that they sing. Some of them love to sing. I believe they were church singers or something before. So they love to sing. And so while we are doing their nails and giving them a nice color for their hair, and some of them want red. so, you know, I have to get red dye for hair, and so I also do nice polishing, and we also do a massage.
Very nice.
We do give everybody, none, even the caretakers are given a massage.
Very nice.
And then we have a nice meal, and we have some carols, and then we dance, and we sing along, and we go around the mulberry tree. We make
That
all
is
kind of
so
fun things.
Nice, you know, you get them motivated
Yeah.
to enjoy the season when you go to the homes and you really, because you know, I'm aware that a lot of the elderly are perhaps sometimes left alone. Their families don't visit,
Oh, they
they don't
don't,
know
they don't.
interaction. So when you and your team, you go to those homes for the elderly, you know, you bring life into them, especially the spirit of Christmas and things
Exactly.
like that. So God bless you. So we're looking at that, and then I know you always also
For the,
give
the homes for the children.
food.
But I want to touch a little bit more on the children, on the elderly. About 3 weeks ago, we went there, my aunt and I. She came in from Miami, and she said, you know what, Indra, I just want to have your experience. So we went there, we had breakfast for them, and she brought in a set of nice house dresses for them. Oh boy, and everybody just wore their dresses.
Yeah.
And we had breakfast together, and it had such a fun, it was just totally fun. For her, it was an experience of a lifetime.
Yeah.
And I want to say, Aunt, thank you so much for actually believing in what I do, and also for you to have that experience. I was so delighted and overjoyed that you did actually put your dreams to reality.
Yeah.
And it was her husband's birthday, so she wanted to give a gift.
Oh, how nice.
Yeah.
And his
So I
behalf.
encourage that too. You know,
Yeah.
anybody who willing to say they have a particular function and they would like to give back to the elderly, because her husband is 83. So she thought that this is a nice way of being able
Yeah.
to give back.
Being grateful to God.
Being
and
grateful
being
to God,
thankful,
yes,
And you have
yes,
extra and
yes.
you give. And there is a reward within yourself when you see people happy. When you could sit and have a meal, not just give it to them, but I like the fact that you sit with them and have
We
the
sit.
meal as well.
And you know, we sit, we talk, we laugh, and you know, they so know me well that, you know, sometimes, and like for Christmas, oh gosh, I would like anybody to come. We get up, we dance, we play music, we sing along with the Christmas carols. It is such a beautiful experience.
Yeah.
I know, and you know what? What I enjoy most is the fact that they actually forget all their pains and whatever.
Yeah.
They are so merry, they get up. Some of them never ever want to dance, but because I say, can I have a dance with you, please? They get up willingly,
Yeah.
and if you see them. So they had to be good dancers.
You bring that joy back to them. You bring back
Right.
that youth, the memory of feeling that I can do this. I want to do this. You really bring the joy to them, and that I think is your.
You know, but we need to make them relive back good times.
Yeah.
And that is the purpose of me being there.
Yeah.
I don't want you to remember your pain. I want you to remember great times, happy times, fun times, things that you did before, that you once enjoyed. Let us enjoy it now. You know, and as I say, some of them will say, you know, I used to dye my hair red. So I said, okay, well, we will dye it red. And can you do my eyebrows too? So even the eyebrows get dyed in red.
Yeah.
So, you know, it is something that you know that they would have done before. And it is things that they did before that they are missing. If you look at their faces when you go there, you see all them they're very droopy, no smile, no nothing. When they say I reach there, I get them awakened. Let us go, dancing time, fun time, laughing time. Come, let us do all massages first. So they do the massages, then we do their hair, who wants their hair to be done. And then we have them wash and blow dry, and they're looking really nice, even trimming them and cutting it and everything. I'm not a hairdresser, please, by the way, but I do Google it up and see how I can do a nice hairdo.
Bless you.
So I do those things because I think, you know, it is what will make them feel a little bit loved and cared for. And that is the message. It is about giving them that love and that care that they miss. You know, you put them into a home and you forget them there. No, it is not right. We need to go back out there and to meet with them and to give them back. Give them back something to remember. I would like to give them for the rest of their lives something that they must remember and they must forget the pain that they endured.
Indra, why do you think, I mean, I can't understand for the life of me why people forget the contribution that their
Loved
family
ones made.
And just put you in a home and forget you there, think that all is well without taking the
Do you
time
know
to
what
go
is
and
my
visit
greatest
or go
pain?
and give some fruits I'm just thinking that's difficult.
It's hard. And I will tell you something more and more now, sis, you have to understand. It's only when you're visiting there then you realize who actually are in there. Some of the most prominent professionals are actually now put into a home. People who I loved and admired, people who I know were contributors to this country in a significant way, they are now placed in a home. And that to me, it's overly painful.
I mean, if you are working and it's difficult and you're left unattended, right, alone, or you're in Pampers, or you need medication, I could understand you saying, okay, let me put you in a safe place where I'm sure you're going to get your meals, I'm sure you're going to take your medication, I'm sure somebody's there to take care of you, to change your dirty Pampers, things like that, to give you a bath. But I can't understand for the life of me not taking the time to go. If you can't go during the week because you're self-consumed, why can't you go on a weekend and say a Saturday and Sunday and check them out, make sure you're okay?
Why don't you spend quality time with your family member?
Quality time. There's no excuse for that.
Gail, let me tell you something. While doing their hair and their nails, they feel like they could actually
They open
pour
up.
out.
Yeah.
Because I don't ask a question.
Yeah.
I go there because I always so I'm here again, I'm here to, to spend some time with you. And you will never believe the kind of stories that comes out. It is very painful, but I don't allow my emotions to get better of me.
Yeah.
I try to give them that time to make them forget that pain and to remember the nice thing that is going on here. But it is some very painful stories, and I wouldn't like to talk about it here. But obviously that we as a people, we need to go into ourselves. We need to really pull out whatever. I mean, our parents have always done so much for us. Our parents took the time to have a child and to grow them up and to groom them and to bring them into who they are today. How can we ever not find a little bit of time to take care of them? How can we? My parents, I would never live the day down to ever put even while my mom was in the hospital, or in the nursing home, I never left her bedside. I stayed there morning, noon, and night. I sleep through the night with her. I just go home, half an hour, whatever, bathe and come back. I never allowed my mother or father to stay alone.
Once a man, twice a child. I remember the same with my grandmothers when they got to, in their 80s, and like my grandmother in Australia, I remember my aunt saying, no, you're not going to cook anymore. There are times and things that you do, you have to, once a man, twice a child, and so you have to be on top of things like that.
But sis, I want to just share this with you, right? Because it's something that really into my core of my being. Is that let us please, and this is my cry to you, this is my honest plea to Trinidad and Tobago. Take a little time, spend some time with your loved ones. They would have done everything within their means to give you. This is their time to give back. You need to give back to them. Don't put them away and displace them out of being in their home, in the environment that they know and they loved and they appreciated. Let us be mindful that they are people who would have contributed so much to who you are today as an individual. Please bring back that joy into their lives. Help them. Please, I beg of you, Trinidad and Tobago. Give them that compassion that they deserve, that love. Don't put them away from you. no matter how hard it is, try to find it within you to do the honorable thing for your parents or any loved one who is sick, who is ailing, and they need your love and attention. Find the time, get a caregiver. Why not get a caregiver that they could stay into their own home, into their own little special spaces that they knew, that they would sit in a particular chair, or they would remember a little thing about that, the memory that they would have had about their home. Please don't take it away from them.
Because you know, you're correct. The same money that you're given, that you're paying towards the home,
Pay a caregiver.
pay somebody to come home.
Come
exactly.
home. Take care
Don't
of them in
away
their
from
own
the environment.
space.
Let them be with their grandchildren. Let them be
Let
there.
them have that, you
Let
know.
them be part of the life. I agree. That
Don't take
makes
it
a
away
lot of
from them,
sense,
please.
yeah.
I beg.
Because it's hard. You see it firsthand. You see. This is our Conversations with Zelisa. Let's go to these important messages. Stay with us.
Looking for a full-time secondary school where your child feels safe, supported, and inspired? Experience the difference at Upper Level Educational Institute. Our passionate teachers and interactive classes ensure students remain actively engaged and excited to learn. Classes are also available part-time for students, repeaters, and adult learners. Sign up for any part-time subject and get CSEC Math free. Upper Level, a great place to learn, where students come first. Register today.
Planning a concert, conference, wedding, or cultural celebration? Let Real TV broadcast your event to the world. From live streaming and on-air coverage to global reach across TV and online platforms, we make sure your big moments are seen and heard everywhere. We offer professional production, worldwide exposure, and an unforgettable impact. Don't just host your event. Let us share it with the world. Contact Real TV today, where your story becomes everyone's experience.
Call us today at 2926470 or WhatsApp us at 3847142. You can also send an email to realtv.corporate@gmail.com.
Trust me, after watching this, you'll never make chai in the same old way again. Since the time I can remember, chai at home was always made the same way, just like it probably is at your place too. Me, my mom, my grandma, everyone followed the same process. Turn on the gas, boil the milk, add tea leaves, spices, the full ritual. Until now. Last week, I was at Ria's place and she made chai in just 30 seconds. And it tasted amazing. Her secret? GB's Chai Gold, instant tea premix. Just tear open a sachet, pour it into a cup, add hot water, stir, and that's it. Chai, ready. Now I only prefer GB's Chai Gold. No mess, no stress, just perfect chai, every time. Trust me, try it once, you'll never go back.
You're viewing Real TV. Thanks for choosing us.
Welcome back to Conversations with Zelisa right here on Real TV, where we bring reality to you. I'm in conversation with Indra Rupnarayan. She's a director and founder of Touching a Life Foundation for Kids. And you know, today she's here to talk to us about some of the amazing work that she's been doing. Indra, you went to India in terms of being trained and certified to help with kidney failure. You want to talk to us about that experience in India and what you've brought back to Trinidad now that you can help those, you know, experiencing kidney failure?
Well, one of the things that I learned, it is through Ayurvedic, naturopathy and homeopathic treatments. And I actually work in a hospital when I go there. And most of the Ayurvedic treatments that, as we know, it is all natural. It really and truly no side effects or any kind of, you know, situation that could create any damage to any organs. And it is amazing that the most beautiful thing to find out is that it all has to do with your lifestyle.
Lifestyle.
Lifestyle,
What you eat,
yeah.
sleeping, exercising, it's so important. And we
So
don't take
yoga
that.
is a big part of this, eh?
Yeah.
Yoga helps the pancreas in a meaningful way. And when we do the yoga exercises as we are supposed to do to help to get the pancreatic duct to start to actually secrete, right, insulin back again, it is, I mean, and it is an exercise. I know you have to have a very strong hand, and by practice you can actually do it. But more than that, yoga is something that is very, very vital to a person who's a diabetic, or any other medical condition. One of the things is that we were actually in training about the diet. Now the diet, which is the most critical aspect of this whole process, by your very consumption of some things, it helps to deteriorate your kidney and other organs in the body.
Right.
So when you maintain a diet, and there's a prescribed diet, and once you could do that, and you could start, you're actually helping to cut down on your kidney functions getting worse.
Right.
Even your diabetes. Even your diabetes.
When you talk about diabetes, I'm also going to put in there hypertension, high blood pressure.
Yes.
High blood pressure, diabetes, it's all connected.
Goes hand in hand. And the thing is this, as I say, oftentimes we make choices that are not good for ourselves. And the choice is really yours. And you have to determine whether I'm going to stick to this particular diet. And it is actually not a very rigorous diet. And if you apply it into your life and you implement it rigorously, you yourself will see the difference in your body. And we could talk more about it, but the thing is it is a nutrition that is going to keep your body healthy. It is actually not going to degenerate any of the organs. Actually, every organ is going to be rejuvenated along with your yoga exercises. So you're not going to say, I might lose a lot of weight. No, it actually maintains your true weight, right? Your weight that you are supposed to have according to your height. And whatever it is that you are doing, and you had excessive of fats in your body, it will help to take that away, bring it down, actually make you lose the weight.
Which is good. You get rid of
Yeah, you're losing the weight, but you're not
yeah.
using it where you're going to have sags and what have you.
Right.
But by doing the yoga exercises, you will help to maintain your body in a very, very good way.
And we've been told you are what you eat.
Exactly.
You know, you are what you eat. So it's important for people to understand that now that you're trained and certified, you've been there, done that. But what I also like, which is important, is that you have hands-on experience. You've been at the hospital there where you have the patients. So you specialize, you understand the nature, you've actually worked with people there in India. Not just went through the training and understanding and things like that, but first hand at the hospital, dealing
But do
with
you
patients.
know too, dialysis is something, and I keep saying it to people, and I notice, and I want to say this. I'm not crying down anybody or anything. But I don't think they have the level of awareness that how, if you decide to take the regimented way of doing your nutrition and your exercise programs, right, how it impacts on a dialysis patient. It definitely works.
Yeah.
It works in a significant way because we have had patients in India that came off a dialysis machine. And simply because of the routine they were placed on.
Yeah.
The beginning of this year, I went away to Seattle. And I had the opportunity to sit in a center, a very reputable center. It is worldwide.
Yeah.
And I look at the dialysis care there. And I asked myself, and I even started talking to some of the patients because I was in a dialysis center. I would walk around, I will interact with the patients and everything. And they gravitated to naturopathic and homeopathic care. and they are looking forward to someone actually bringing that to them. Unfortunately, I could not have introduced it there because I'm not licensed to operate there.
Right.
But there's a great approach. They really would like to try it, and because they really believe that it could help them. So, but one of the things is that I noticed dialysis patients there, they live a pretty long time on dialysis, unlike what you see in Trinidad.
Very true.
I am telling you, some of the procedures and the practices that we have implemented in Trinidad, it is not really being monitored properly.
Well, the thing is, I also believe it takes a lot of discipline. It takes you didn't get there overnight. It took years for you to, you understand. And so there's no magic wand or no magic pill. The fact is you need to be disciplined when you decide, okay, I want to try this, so I'm giving it my all. It has a lot to do about, it really has a lot to do with the individual and their thinking and what they put in. Because like everything else, what you put in is what you get out, right? And if you are disciplined and you have somebody like your good self saying, all right, let's go through this. This is now your meal plan. This is what you've got to do. These are the times you're going to do your yoga, your little exercises, and you get into it. You stick with it, it's going to.
But do you know, I want to just say this, and I'm not going to call anybody names, but I've tried it with several patients who were on borderline, right? And you know what they did? They just dumped the whole idea. And you know something? I personally was doing everything for them. You know, just have to come and collect your drinks, and to also collect and they just put it aside, because you know what, they just don't have the patience to be able to go through the routine. And if you do, yeah, you're right, and the discipline is what they didn't have, and they are still on dialysis. And some of them who I try to prevent from going on dialysis actually is on dialysis now because they refuse to actually try. You understand?
Yeah.
Because you don't have the educational background about it, and you need to get yourself educated about it, sensitized about it, and it does work.
Correct. Once you find out and you do some research, you know, you yourself
do
will
your
have
research.
a greater understanding. You're very
You don't
correct.
have to believe what I'm saying, but I'm telling you, if you at least say, I'm going to give 6 months of this. This lady talking a lot of hype, right? Let me say, for example, let us try these 6 months of this and see what is going to happen to me. When a person starts with, you know, neuropathy and they're telling me different things, it shows the deterioration of your diabetic status. It means more and more you're reaching to a point where you're going to have to go on dialysis. But you're not ready to, and you're not prepared, and you don't want to even listen to trying something that could help you. You understand? As I say, research, and also try something for a few months. We try, how many, I want to ask a question though today.
Sure.
How many of us are on hypertensive medication? How many of us are on other types of medication? Is it really doing anything to cure your ailment? Ask yourself that question.
Yeah.
Why am I not being healed? Here is yoga that can heal your body. Here is homeopathic and naturopathic that can actually heal your organs. But you refuse to try it because you know what? We have been so instilled to believe that the only thing that can help us is pharmaceuticals.
Yeah.
And I'm not here, please bear with me. I'm not here to knock. I am not knocking medications.
No, but I think it's also of a couple of things. Number one is the fact of the unknown. Because you're ignorant, when I say ignorant, lack of knowledge, like we speak about. And again, you're not disciplined enough to try something and fall through with it. You expect to take a pill. It's easy.
No,
it's
I will
easy
tell you
just to take
something.
a pill.
I did something with my mom, right? And I'm publicly going to say it. Today, for the first time, I'm going to say it in the public. My mom was told a lot of things, you know, and I said, Ma, what would it do to you if you try? I'm going to send off everything to India and let us get a follow-up with this.
Yeah.
And I did. And when I got it, I was supposed to start a routine from 3 o'clock in the morning. And I started that hook, line, and sinker with my mother. Would you believe in less than a month, my mother was back to normal?
Wow.
And you know what they told her? She will have to live on oxygen for the rest of her life. We bought an oxygen concentrator. $17,000. Today it's sitting there like for nothing. My mother was off oxygen within 2 weeks.
And this is with your treatment?
With the treatments.
Yeah.
I am telling you, phenomenal response.
Yeah.
Where she complained with other situations and ailments and what have you, everything gone. It went through the door. Because I stuck to the diet that they told us to do, and with all of the regimented exercises and everything, I stuck with it.
Yeah.
And I said, Ma, we have to try it. And I am going to also do it along with you. So I also did it along with my mother to give her the courage. And she was off everything. And my mother came back to normal.
Well, it's up to the individual to decide, do I want to live, do I want to, I mean, we understand as you get older, you're going to have your health concerns, but we have control of that.
Exactly.
That's the beauty. We are in control of the choices we make today will determine our tomorrows. Let's go to these important messages. Stay with us.
I went to college abroad, and my roommate Samira would always make the best chai tea for me. But no matter how hard she tried to teach me how to make it, I could never make it from scratch. And when I came back home to Trinidad, I found myself missing that chai tea taste. I could never recreate it again.
But when I went to the supermarket, I saw the GB's brand.
And they come in 3-in-1 and 2-in-1 packs. And all I had to do was add water, and I got that same chai taste again. I'm so glad I found it.
Mirage Woodworking has expanded, and we're just getting started. Now introducing 5.5 and 7.5 millimeters SPC flooring, WPC door sets, draw slides, hinges, and more. All at unbeatable prices. Call or visit us today.
At Ramsaran Dairy Products, we're all about freshness, health, and pure enjoyment. Our drinks come in pure paperboard cartons, clean, safe, and eco-friendly, because caring for you also means caring for our planet. So skip the plastic and styrofoam and choose a healthier lifestyle with Ramsaran's biodegradable packaging. Indulge in our creamy, smooth, and delicious peanut punch and soursop milk drinks made with real goodness in every sip. And don't forget our refreshing orange, pineapple, and Mauby dairy drinks, each one carefully crafted for your pure enjoyment. For sales and services, contact us today. Give us a call, send us an email, or visit us at Lot 15 Label Boulevard, Trin-City Industrial Estate. Ramsaran Dairy Products. Pure taste, pure care, pure you.
Welcome back to Conversations with Zelisa, right here on Real TV, where we bring reality to you. To all of our local, regional, and international viewers, thank you so much for choosing us, allowing us to add value. You know, I always say to you, the choices we make today will certainly determine our tomorrows. And in conversation with Indra Rupnarayan, she is director and founder of Touching a Life Foundation for Kids. And, you know, we are talking about all of her good work. And speaking about her going off to India, spending some quality time to be trained and certified when it comes to diabetes. And what I love is that she's also, she's been part of it. She's been at the hospital there, you know. There's nothing like hands-on, greatest teacher, hands-on.
Hands-on.
You know. And talking to us about how, in terms of our diabetes or hypertension, And of course, you specialize when it comes to kidney disease. This is something that's very close and dear to my heart because 4 years ago I lost my husband to kidney disease, and it's not easy. It's a battle, and it's a constant battle, I'll tell you. And so when you have options, it's about making sure that you fall through, that you ensure that you put your all. You can't give half and expect to get full results.
Exactly.
You know, in anything across the board, I say it. This is something I say to my daughter all the time. You have to give your all. You have to always give your best in order to get results.
But you know, I also dialyze kidney patients. I have been...
You've been doing that for
yes,
many years.
Yes. Yeah. And one of the things is that, and this is where I had challenges in trying to help in whatever way I can, because I feel so sad to see somebody sit in a chair and they have to go through this whole entire 3.5 to 4 hours in some cases. But you know what was the challenge for me is that how can I help? How can we help to take this person to another level? Though you might be a dialysis patient, you can still exercise the diet part of it to help to maintain you, because I know for a fact dialysis patient can live as long as they choose to want to live, right? But if you maintain the diet and you're doing the exercises, even the yoga, you could practice it. And I will tell you something, believe you me that you can actually save yourself of long hours of dialysis, and you can also, and I'm not saying stop doing dialysis. I will never advocate that. But while you do your blood tests and you do your blood works, you will see for yourself, and you would realize from your dietary plan and from what the exercise and everything, how much it will actually help you to not have to be on a dialysis machine for 4 hours or 3 hours.
Indra, I'd like to ask this. When you talk about diet, is it that it's designed for each individual differently, or it's across the board? Can you give us an idea of what the diet consists of, breakfast, lunch, and dinner? Can you just give us a little idea?
One of the things that I saw happen in India, right? They keep saying fresh is better. Mm-hmm. Not this set of pasteurized things.
Right.
Right? And this is what we are so, if you notice our dietary habits in Trinidad, mm-hmm. we are so much into the processed foods and into the fried foods and to all of the things that I don't want to call no franchise's name or whatever it is, but we are so heavily involved in eating outside, mm-hmm. that we don't care what that is going to do for us. We just want to feel our belly full. Mm-hmm. But they are advocating that we eat fresh, drink fresh things.
So when you talk about
like a lot of vegetables.
A lot of fruits and vegetables.
A lot of fruits and vegetables.
But then there are some fruits that you cannot have if you
No.
you need to be researched. I want to tell you all that.
Definitely.
Once you've been diagnosed with kidney failure, there are
you
some
cannot
fruits
have
you're not
bananas
allowed
and all
to
of those
have.
things.
So you don't just go on thinking. You need to get somebody like her who's trained and certified could say
what you can have and what you cannot have.
Give you a meal plan. But we're just looking at little ideas, you know.
Yeah. And the next stickler is that they are an advocate and definitely want you to get back into exercises, which is yoga. Don't go and do the dumbbells and the lifts and stuff like that. It is not tedious exercises. It is exercises in the yoga that will help you to rejuvenate your organs, to help to rebuild, to revitalize. While you're doing your diet, the diet is an important part of it, as the yoga is. And when we're doing the meal plans, it is about more steamed and fresh fruits and vegetables. Not the set of, and we're not saying that you can't have the chapati or whatever it is that you want to eat, but not the flour-based ones. Now we have so many different types of things, like the what you call the there is several greens that is actually mixed into one of the, I don't know if they call it chakiata, I don't want to call names, but anyway, one of the Indian flowers that comes here, it don't have flower in it. It's more
It's
grains.
It's the grains.
So when you have, so you're not really depriving yourself of eating like a roti, yeah, and you can have quinoa because you could have that with veggies or something like that. So it's healthy. And if you want to also make other little nice vegetables, like a vegetable bowl, and you can make a nice gravy to go with it. You don't even have to eat, say, if I'm a meat lover, when you make that veggie bowl and you put that same sort of gravy towards it, you're not even missing you know, a meat.
So you're prescribing and saying that perhaps you go veggie. It's healthy, it's better.
It's healthy, but I'm not going to tell you not to eat your, if you know, you could have steamed.
You could have
steamed,
some fish.
Steamed fish. You could also have grilled chicken with your healthy salad. Or your steamed veggies or whatever.
You could be creative.
You could be creative in what you do.
Very creative with
very,
eating.
very creative.
You could be very creative and innovative with your greets. For those that are looking at the program right now and they are willing to say, I want that change, I want that step, how can they contact you in order to perhaps get that intervention because you're trained and certified
785.
and to come on board? Please share the number.
785-7773. I would like to really have conversations with you because I will now know if you're really interested in making that leap towards getting yourself. If not, if you want to do it even in a short space of time, give yourself a time frame in which you want to see some changes. And then you will know, I want to do this full time. This is something I would like to get myself really into because I believe that honestly, if you stick to something and you try it, give it the try, give it the space that it really requires in order for it to really actively work into your system, you will be able to make that difference in your lives on your own by just looking at your results. And I like to tell people, do your blood reports because there is where you will get a fair reading as to what is happening based on the trial of the diet, and then you will see how your blood is working, how your kidney functions, your lipids, your creatinine, the uric acid in your blood, all of those things. Even a person on dialysis, if they use this diet, they will determine also from their blood reports what is happening with your blood. So you will be able to figure out if this thing, not telling you to stop your dialysis. That is not what I am advocating.
You make that decision.
You make that decision, but
Indra,
based on your blood reports.
I want to say thank you for taking time off of your busy schedule. For those of you, if you're looking for that intervention, please 7857773. That's 7857773. That's why I tell you, get your notebook so you can take important numbers. Her name is Indra Rupnarayan. Indra, I want to thank you kindly for taking time off of your busy schedule. I know you're a lady always everywhere doing everything. You wear many hats. May God continue to bless you, protect you, keep you safe, and may that bright light always shine in your path. I'm sure and hoping that we could have other conversations when it comes to your health. Of course, when you're having your functions for children and the elderly, please know that there is an open door here on Real TV. We could partner with you so we could share the information. God bless you. See you soon.
Thank you very, very much.
You're welcome. This is where we're going to wrap things up for today. I want to remind you, you are in control of your life. And again, the choices you make today will determine your tomorrow. You could decide whether you want to move forward and give your all or sit idly back and let things happen. The choice is yours. Here's reminding you, my dear friends, that with God, all things are possible. Be kind, be good. Thank you so much for choosing us at Real TV. Have yourselves a great day. See you tomorrow.